Are you all right, my girl?
It was nothing, Uncle. Just...
Hey, everybody. I don't know. I'll do my best, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do two streams today. But I'll do my best. I still haven't been able to confirm if I've turned the volume down enough, so I'm just gonna do like general stuff for this one. What I am planning on talking about if I do a second stream with Minecraft is, and I'll talk in general about stuff here, but the thing I want to do in the second one is I don't know what committee or subcommittee it is, but you've got Senator Christian Gillibrand. She's the one that took Hillary Clinton's Senate seat in New York, and Senator Marco Rubio from Florida. They were introducing, or they're going to, I don't know, but this was a week or two ago. The Need to Know podcast covered it. The Ross Coulthart, the Australian journalist, he covered it, and the way he described it was that language was locked. And he kind of went over the language, and I think I did a podcast on that. And then over the weekend or Friday, Senator Chuck Schumer, the Democratic majority leader in the Senate, he announced that he was going to be adding, introducing language. And I think it's an amendment. It's an amendment to a defense bill. It's that must-pass omnibus bill. And last year, that's how they got all the language in. Senator Gillibrand and them, they got the language in that where they had to, within 6 months, brief the Congress, come out with a public briefing on it for us. And when I first heard that, because I heard from the Need to Know podcast, I kind of asked him, I go, could you have Ross get the language and go over the language from Chuck Schumer? Because I told him, I go, the thing I honestly feel is a risk is that this language would protect private companies, and we'd have the same game we have right now, where the government is just putting stuff into private companies, and it's immune from FOIA requests. They don't have to report to the Pentagon. They don't have to report to Congress, and they did, and they did that. It was either yesterday or over the weekend. I think it was yesterday, and I watched it. And oh my God, I want to talk about that. And then a quick shout out to what I'm following on Twitter. There's this one girl, and she's not on, so I can't. Taylor Geneva or something like that. She's looking good, but she's either painted her boobs the same way 3 days in a row, or she's running a rerun. I don't know which. But MS Fire. I didn't recognize her. And she's looking good, but this is the first time I think I've ever seen her hair normal, and I don't think she was blonde before. I could be wrong. This is the first time I've seen her hair normal, and she's wearing like normal clothes, and oh my God, does she look good. She really, really looks good, and I'm just not going to talk about anything else, because that really fucking stunned me today. Holy shit. And I may have to go to the bathroom. I honestly don't know if she did anything, but the cat was in here, and I may have scared her. there we go. I was trying to connect to my Amazon tab, and it still works, but it's iffy because it's really old. Well, anyways, she came in here and checked out the litter boxes, and then she went into where I sleep. And I told her that I'm gonna clean the litter boxes today. I need a break. I can't do it right now. And because I got up and fed them lunch, and I got a feeling that if I do it right now, I'm gonna end up falling on the ground, one way or another. Whether I go out on the porch and get down on the floor, I think I might fall going that way. And if I try to do it from this walker, because I sometimes, like now, because my feet are, I can use both my feet, not just one.
I don't have enough
Hang on
spirit.
a second. But I'm afraid I might fall out of it. So I just want to wait. What the hell? Oh, here we go. And she went into the bedroom, and she usually, I mean, she does once in a while, but well, I got worried thinking, well, maybe the little shit's going to go in there and show how much she wants her litter box cleaned right now. And I go in there, and she looks like she's sitting in the litter box. She's sitting on the bed in the same way she sits. She's hunched down, and her butt's a couple inches off the bed. And I told her, I go, if you are fucking pissing on that bed, you are in trouble. And she left. Well, there was no turd there. There was no liquid there. It wasn't wet. I don't know. But it did smell like she farted, so I think I may have scared her. And if I did that, I kind of feel bad. But I can't understand why she was sitting the way she did in there. So I don't know. I'm thinking she's just getting too old, and when my foot's completely better, I'll just have to find a vet that'll put her down. And I gotta be honest with you, I've been reaching out to the elected people, asking them to legalize assisted suicide, because I got that option right now. Like, if she really... Because I told my brother, I watched her do it the one day. She was in here, and she pissed on the carpet. And I've seen her do it before. She goes in there, she hunches down a little bit, and then it's like she pisses on the side of the litter box, and part of it runs down the inside, and part of it runs down the outside. I gotta go to the bathroom. I will be right back. I don't know what happened, but when I left, my Twitch thing minimized. Okay. This might be all of them right here. Yep.
I need to go back.
So I don't know, but it did. She was sitting on the bed, much like she sits in the litter box, and I think I scared her because there was like a poop smell, but no poops. I think she farted. And the thing is though, and I do feel bad if that's what I did, but with the shit she's pulled, but like I was mentioning, like the last time she did it, if I had known, she wouldn't have got lunch. She'd have gotten like dry food. She wouldn't have got wet food for. We still feed her, but she's used to. And this was not me. This was either my mom or my brother. And my sister, she wants to blame my brother, and I'm not entirely sure because I think this was going on before my brother got home. When that's the thing. Like you shouldn't say shit like this when you don't know. You really should. And my sister was blaming my brother, and I like I said, I don't know because I think this was going on before my brother got home. But when they first got the pets, I kind of nursed her back to health because she was real sick. I'm the one. I basically made sure she got her medicine. I sometimes needed help, but I was the one doing it, and I didn't like doing it because the cat that they had. Now this was my sister and brother-in-law's cat, and then my parents took it over. And with her, she held a grudge. Like, I'm not kidding you. There was this chair, and there was some medicine she had to get, and I don't know if it was the vet or if it was my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law used to work for the vet we had when he was in high school or whatever, so he knew how to do a lot of this stuff. And we had to give her these pills. Well, the thing, and like with a dog, you can sometimes put it in meat. But they're like, we've had dogs that when you try that trick, what they do is they lick everything off the pills and spit the pill off. I've actually seen their dogs do that when they still had dogs. And but with the cat, what you needed to do is you needed to put the pill in her mouth and then use a pencil eraser to force it down her throat. Well, I did that. I absolutely did that. And it was a while before she would sit with me again. It might have been a thunderstorm, but it was a while before she would sit with me again after that. She held a fucking grudge. And the chair that I did it in, she would not sit in that chair, I want to say for like 6 months, a year and a half. She wouldn't sit in it until the chair moved. Like where the chair was when we did this, she wouldn't sit in it. And then they moved it to another part of the room. Then she would sit. That cat, she held a grudge. She absolutely did. And but this cat, the one my mom got, and the one that we kind of inherited when my mom died, she doesn't hold a grudge for too long. Like when I have to clean her ears, She usually holds a grudge for a couple hours, but usually by the end of the day or the next meal, all is forgiven. And but like I wouldn't have fed her that day. She'd have gotten just like her dry food. And then like she wanted to go out on the porch, and she did today after she ate, and when I was getting ready to eat, she wanted out on the porch. But Blaze of Glory. And I followed her out that day. She wanted out on the porch. And I watched her, and she went out on the porch, and she didn't really squat down to pee. She pointed her thing down, and what happened was she peed into the middle of the cat litter wall. And I told my brother, I go, you know, I don't know if it's arthritis. She's got a couple lumps on that hip too, but when you pet them, they don't really seem to hurt her. And I think she got those roughhousing with the cat, the male cat. But when you pet them, she notices you're petting them, but she doesn't like yell out in pain, and she doesn't like run away from you. So I don't think they're at least not causing her pain to the contact.
I mean to see these bastards.
But I mentioned it to him. I go, you know, honestly, what we got here? Oh, that's why I saw something flash, and I thought it ain't what I gotta do, but it's a short goal here.
Cut him down.
But and then my brother, he goes, well, maybe she's got arthritis or something. And she said, I go, that's what I'm kind of wondering. But then, you know, since then, and I didn't, when supper time came, I really didn't want to withhold her me, because I don't think she's doing it to be mean now like today. But again, she didn't pee on the bed, and I think I scared her because I was a little harsh. But I'm like, hey, if you're pissing on that, because she was sitting on the bed like she does on the litter box, and I was just worried because I've been doing my laundry, but there's a little bit, you know, it takes a little bit out of me, and I just fucking washed the bed a couple days ago. I don't mind washing it once a week. I prefer to wash it every week, but if it needs it, I'll wash it every week. But I can't be washing it every day or two because she wants to be a little asshole about the litter box. I'm sorry, it can't happen.
They're all dead and we're not. I'd call that a win, eh? I'll hold this bridge.
I talked to him.
Go on. You have a demon lord's head to put on a fight.
Come on, Captain Hale. I want to go kill. Oh, that is what I got to do. Okay. And so I did that. And then I got an email. I think it's an email. And it's from my company's. I still got my 401k, and there's like a retirement. It basically said in the title, there's an update to your retirement account. Well, I gotta go check it out. Here's the problem. I pretty much have to go to my computer to do it, so it's not gonna. If I don't forget, I will do it in a few weeks. I'm gonna let my foot heal because it just isn't something I want to run upstairs right now for. It's just not that important. Because here's the thing, more than likely, okay, that ain't it. I got these before, and there's more to it than this, but
not enough spirit.
But I mean, I just got that, and here we are, middle of the fucking month. Middle of the fucking month. If these, in my mind, what this is, it's basically like a bank statement or a brokerage statement, because they're running our 401k program, and it's Fidelity. They also do, you know. So my thing is, well, if this was legitimate, they should either be coming every quarter or every month. One or the other. And this comes right after, you know, I think I've commented on some stuff. So it's coming right after that, and it's a thing about my retirement thing. Now, more than likely what it is a generic thing that doesn't even apply to me, because my health got bad and I wasn't able to work. Okay. Although when I finally did log in, I got a new computer because I didn't really trust the computer I had, and then when my mom got sick, I kind of cashed in a account I had, and because she had agreed, like when we moved here, there were certain things she was going to do. Well, with her dying, because I had come home with all the TVs I had, and I asked her, I go, hey, look, I don't mind storing them, but I go, if I give, you know, there's another thing that just fucking, you know, when I say this, if you're thinking, well, isn't that the family that's been fucking you over? It's like, yeah, it is. So it's another thing. But when I got home, I asked my mom. I go, hey, I got a bunch of TVs I can't use, because I had one in the bedroom, one in the living room, and then two in the gaming room where I game. And I had TVs up here so I could watch TV when I came up here. And I just asked her, I go, hey, if I give some of my TVs that I can't use to my sister and her family, I go, if I need a TV, will you pay for it? She said, yeah, you know, she was really cool about it. So I did. I basically kept a couple extra, but I gave, you know, I think my sister could use one, and I think my one nobody else really needed one, but my sister and my niece could both use one. So, and what I did is I gave them ones that worked, and if I had thought about it, I would have given them different TVs, because I just gave them the ones that were convenient. I think they were already, because I was having trouble even then carrying stuff up, and I've gotten worse since. But I was having trouble carrying stuff up downstairs. Well, if I'd have thought about it, there was a TV upstairs, and it's the one I used for my PlayStation 3. It's like the oldest one I got. I should have given that one away, because it's like the fucking heaviest one I got. And it's on the porch right now. Well, the funny thing is, when I was just coming home once in a while, I gotta kill one more shitbag. When I would use it, every now and then when I would turn it on, it wouldn't have any sound, and I'd have to turn it off and turn it back on. Well, when my brother started using it, because they had a TV on the porch, and then when it took a shit, I told my mom, I go, look, it's entirely up to you. I go, if you want one you can put on the wall, I can't do that for you, but I go, I can bring down one I'm not using, and I kind of move things around in my room, but I brought down that one, and it was heavy. I mean, it wasn't heavy for like me if I was healthy, but with the shit that I'm going through, it was definitely heavy, and I didn't like lugging it around. But I brought it down. Well, she admitted she liked it better because the one that they had put out there was like a little miniature TV. And the one I got was like a 39-inch one. So this one was like, not quite, but it was like a good 10, 11 inches bigger. And she liked watching TV out there. She would go out more and watch TV after we put that one on the porch. And well, with her and my brother using it, well, the sound never fucked up again. When you turned it on, it had sound pretty much every time. It was doing it to me because it was only getting used like, you know, every couple months when I came home. And so I did. I cashed that in because here's the thing: the way my health is, and this is the way I looked at it. I'm like, well, you know, because I didn't know about the trust. I didn't know about what my sister was doing. So I thought, well, if I'm only going to be alive, you know, if I'm going to be homeless pretty soon, if I'm going to be dead pretty soon, I figure, you know, I might as well be comfortable. That's the way I honestly looked at it. I really did. And I figured, you know, well, when I can do this, I can get. So I got a new TV and some other stuff, and I figured, well, you know, this way, as my health gets worse, and I figured I only had to fucking deal for a while. Well, then I found out last December that my mom had put the, I mean, granted, she shouldn't have done it. I figured I'd be getting the house. I figured I would just hang on as long as I could, and, you know, hey, when it's over, because that's the way it was supposed to be. Well, then I find out in December that my sister put the house in a trust. I thought she changed the will, and the way she was making it sound, she changed the will. We were going to sell the house, and then I found out it was all put in a trust. She fucking lied to us. She lied to me and my brother and acted like they can, and it says right in the trust that they can't sell the house unless we abandon it. And then if the house becomes unsafe for us, they can't sell the house until they provide us another place to live. It's written right in there. I don't think you have to be a lawyer to understand that. And so she fucking lied to us so she could fucking sell the place and line her fucking pockets with it. That's what fucking happened. Sleaziest. I mean, seriously, you talk about a sleazy fucking piece of shit. That's my opinion on it. I mean, I'm sorry. Well, but yeah, I just fucking sleazy, and that's the way I look at it. It's like I'm on borrowed time, and I'm when I get a chance, I bring it up, and I mentioned it again this morning. And what was funny is I mentioned it on, in my understanding, and I don't think it's changed, but my understanding, when people, because I don't go out with my phone. No, I don't go out much, period, but like, because it used to be I'd be down there and it would be, you'd get these people, hey, a new friend suggestion. Well, my understanding on that was what can happen there is if somebody with a phone is in your area and your Facebook account connects with their Facebook account in the web, that's where that can happen. I don't go out. I don't go out. I don't do that. So like when I'm sitting here, and right after I make a comment, because I kind of commented on, I think it's on that Threads. Might have been true. It might have been Tribel. I'm not sure, but it was one of them. And I kind of mentioned that, you know, it was in service of another comment, but I just sort of mentioned that, you know, hey, my health got bad when I was working at General Motors over some quality issues, and I told him, I go, I'm pretty sure I was drugged or poisoned, and my health went bad. And I told him that, you know, every elected official that I talked to, I've mentioned, you know, hey, you know, see if you can. I really don't want to get. If I start getting in a bad mood, I'm just not going to talk about it. I'm in a good mood. I want to keep it that way. But I just, you know, just to give you the thing, I mentioned that, you know, hey, I've mentioned to him, you know, hey, you guys need to legalize assisted suicide. So I was talking, and I mentioned my cat. I go, you know, as my health gets worse, and I go, I can't work right now, but I go, as my health gets worse, I go, I honestly want the same options that I have for my cat right now. And then, you know, like an hour later, 2 hours later, I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't been out. Well, I get this thing from Fidelity going, hey, we got an update on your retirement account, you know. And this isn't what it is. I am pretty sure that it's just something for everybody is what it is. I haven't opened the email yet. And, because basically it's a little thing, and then they want you to log into your account. I have to be near my computer, so if I don't forget, I'll do it a few weeks from now. But I am positive that this isn't what it's going to be like. Some of the other shit where, oh, it's just generic shit for everybody, and, you know, I'm still fucked. Nobody where I work, union or GM, is gonna fucking do the right thing. You know, hey, that's fine. I'm used to that. But it's just kind of weird that it popped up like an hour or two later. It really is.
Not enough spirit.
And I'm sitting there thinking, you know, the stuff I've seen in there, hey, oh my God, Anna too, thank you. Thank you for following me. The thing that I've seen in there before, like if it has information in there for my pension. I don't understand it. I literally don't understand because I don't have a pension. You know? But it'd be like $1,000 a month. And this is the part that gets me, like, you know, before my health went bad, without overtime, I was making about $1,000 a week. I settled a grievance and got paid because management was fucking me out of overtime. I got paid for doing nothing because management, there was overtime I was supposed to get and they refused to let me work it. Like my committee man at the time, and he was not that good of a committee man. When he got to the bottom of what was going on, he goes, "Oh my God, Terrence," he goes, I found out what Terrence was doing. And he goes, "These grievances pretty much write themselves." He goes, with what that guy did, these grievances pretty much write themselves. And you know, and he was just shocked. He goes, I haven't been a committee man that long. He was a piece of shit, anyways. But he goes, I haven't been a committee man for that long. But he goes, I have just never seen one. How the fuck? He goes, I have never seen one this blatantly obvious. So, you know, the shitty thing is. On the off chance, and again, this isn't what it is, trust me, I'm still fucked. Nothing good is happening, you know, it just isn't. Well, there was a comedian, I really liked him, can't remember the guy's name, Southern dude. And he used to do this thing, at least a couple of times I saw him, he did this thing near the end of his stand-up routine, where he basically said, life is a swirling, sucking eddy of despair, littered with moments of false hope in an ever-darkening universe. And I've always remembered that, because it cracked me up. It literally, absolutely cracked me up. And, but like,
this is unacceptable. Shh.
I can't live on $1,000 a month.
You will not make me bow to the likes of you.
I can't. It ain't gonna be living. And you know, with what happened to me, you know, I should be getting my full pay until I'm old enough to retire. You know, and get a full pension. And with the grievance where they were basically screwing me out of overtime, I should get that too. I should get some overtime. And like, there was this thing going on, and like I said, if they were lying to me, then you know, I can only tell you what I was told. But when they were trying to fire me, and then when that didn't work out, it was like 6 months or a year later that my health started going bad. But they had this religious nut in the labor office, I think her name was Teresa. She literally, from what I remember, and if my memory's not quite right, I apologize, but from what I remember, she basically made a comment that she had to protect the good Christians from me. And my committee man, the zone guy, who was my old shop chairman from when I was in Wisconsin, he told me that she tried to have me fired, and corporate told me that she didn't have enough. And I think he might have been lying, because I heard like a year or two later that he sold me and a whole bunch of other people out to keep his brother from getting fired, because his brother got fucking drunk and attacked somebody and they were gonna fire him. And I'm sorry, I'm not fucking rehab. I'm literally not fucking rehab. I shouldn't have to fucking do that to keep your dumb fuck drunk brother from getting fired. I really shouldn't. I'm sorry. You know, that shouldn't have been me that had to do that. Maybe he should have got fired. You know, and instead of me, you know, having to go through the shit I did, maybe he should have been fired. Patches, you can come sit with me. Yeah, you come sit with me. Come here. Yeah. Yeah, you good girl. Hey, if you know, you look like you were gonna pee on my bed. You really did, and I am sorry if I judged that. But what was I supposed to think with your history and what you were doing on the bed? Yeah, you gotta be a good girl. But if I misjudged you, I apologize. I absolutely do. But yeah, but you know, and that's the thing, you know, I really should be able to live the way I lived before my health went bad when I was working. And I would need like full health care. And, you know, I don't know, that $1,000 a month, that might fuck up my health care with Medicaid right now. And then I'd have nothing. And like, I don't know how this would work, but I know when my dad retired, at a certain point, and I don't know if, and I guess I don't even know this is what it is. I'm pretty sure it isn't, but I'm just saying, even if it is, if they think they're gonna roll in and go, oh, here's $1,000 a month and no fucking health care or shitty fucking health care, you know, I'm sorry. You know, if you guys want a gag order, if you want something where I'm not gonna talk about what happened to me before I die, well, you're gonna need to do two things. One, you gotta cure me, because if I'm having a bad day, I'm not gonna remember. I'm absolutely not going to remember. And if I'm having a bad day, I'm going to go off. I'm literally going to go off, and I'm going to talk about what happened to me. I'm going to tell them that it happened at GM. I'm going to tell it happened with the UAW representing me, and I'm going to talk about it. So you got to fucking cure me. You either got to cure me or you got to let me know what the fuck happened to me so I can maybe find a doctor that can do something. And the other thing is, if you want a gag order, that's going to come with the price of like a $10, $20, $30 million lawsuit. Because what happened, I mean, it's never going to happen. I'm going to fucking die. And you know, and it'll be a little bit of a relief. But it's like, my God, what the fuck? And I'm going to take a break because I got my thing from Tyrell here. And I'll come back in a few minutes. I'll come back if I can. I'll come back when I've calmed down, if I calm down. But that just fucking pissed me off today.